the Apple Watch, the product that is very quickly growing exponentially for Apple. And if you look closely around, you'll begin to see more and more people wearing one. At first, it was this very weird, awkward product that many people considered filling a niche role. Essentially, it was only a notification machine and for you to send people your heartbeat, which sounds lame, and trust me, it was. But man, has the Apple Watch evolved. It started out as a little Charmander, but I'm proud to say it grew and spread its wings into a literal shiny Charizard. But one has to wonder, what else can Apple add to the Apple Watch? It is nearly perfect. In this video, we'll dissect and discuss the new changes as well as my own opinions on where I think the ever popular wearable will go in terms of innovation and future features. Also, don't forget to stick around until the end of this video to find out how you can win one for yourself. The giveaway ends October 20th, 2019 and is for an Apple Watch aluminum GPS model, so make sure to not skip out on this opportunity. I do have to say this. We must take a moment of silence for my fallen Apple Watch Series 4 in stainless steel that fell while filming and cracked. The neighbors reported the incident to the police and they wanted to arrest me for killing time. Get ready as this clock humor will prove to be very timely. Sorry, I just had to get that one out. Let's roll this intro. So we don't have much time, but we'll try to get in as much as we can. Today, I have yet another dual unboxing for you guys. I have the 40mm in aluminum and also the 44mm Series 5 in stainless steel, presented to us in this iconic, beautiful white Apple box. We get a longer, skinnier box mainly due to the fact that another feature of the new Series 5 is they now have the new Apple Watch Studio, which now allows you to customize your watch at purchase with whatever band you'd like. Before, when purchasing a new watch, there were preset combinations, but now the possibilities are literally endless. Just pull on the little tab here to release the plastic wrapping, and on the bottom, there's a release mechanism that you have to open up. Once you do that, you can then open up your elegant white box to find both components separated. We have the Apple Watch in one box and your band separately. Our watch band box is just what you'd come to expect. It's literally the same boxes you can buy at the Apple Store. It's a long, skinny box with a picture of your band front and center. The unboxing experience is largely the same for the bands. It just depends what model you get, whether a sport band, a Milanese band, or even a link bracelet. The star of the show though is definitely going to be the watch, and it can be found in its own little protective pouch to the left, alongside our manuals formatted in this longer style to accommodate the box shape. You have your 5-watt wall plug as well as your charging puck, but you will notice is that you get a plastic white puck with the sport watch, but have a more higher end brushed stainless steel puck found on the more expensive models. The unboxing is the same for these two casings now, but it used to be different. Before, the stainless steel watches came in a classier square box, but now, because of the Watch Studio, every model of the Apple Watch comes in this longer box. As you can see, both of the 40mm and 44mm have exactly the same unboxing experience aside from your charging puck differentiating the sport models versus the classier stainless steel. Now, taking a quick tour of the watch itself, externally, the watch's design is exactly carried over from the previous Series 4. We have our gorgeous 44mm or 40mm OLED display front and center. The 40mm has 977 square millimeters of display size at 368 by 448 pixels, while the 40mm has 759 square millimeters of display at 324 by 394 pixels. Something that is internal and is not obvious at first glance is that the new Series 5 has newer display hardware under the hood that allows the display to always be on as long as it has a charge, of course. It is an LTPO OLED display with Force Touch with up to 1000 nits of brightness in direct sunlight. To the right, we have our digital crown that helps navigate around the different screens and menus of your watch and doubles as a home button. The digital crown comes with haptic feedback, so you'll be able to feel slight vibrations while scrolling and feels like a true mechanical marvel. Below that, we have a microphone, and below that is our side button, which quite frankly is kind of useless. I rarely use it, but it is used to toggle your multitasker, shift between apps, and also power on your device. On the top and bottom, we have our cutouts to allow our bands to easily slide in. On the left, we have two very powerful speakers which also eject water if you ever jump into a pool or happen to swim with it. Just swipe up on your control center and turn the dial and listen for a tone. If you watch closely, pun intended, you will see the water being ejected. Keep in mind, the watch is water resistant up to 50 meters. I've taken my watch swimming and always take it into the shower and have never encountered any problems. On the back is where we find more impressive tech. We have our electrical heart sensor being this outer ring used for the EKG app and allows you to monitor your heart for early signs of atrial fibrillation, while the inner circle is your second generation optical heart sensor, mainly used for the accurate tracking of your heart rate and also to more reliably and accurately track workouts. The Apple Watch Series 5 comes in a wide variety of casings and colors. You have the aluminum and space gray, silver, or gold finishes starting at $399. Stainless steel finishes in silver, space gray, and gold as well, starting at $699, and a new casing being titanium and space black titanium starting from $799, and we have a return of the super high-end ceramic models, only in white this time though, starting at $1,299. I have all 4 styles for your viewing pleasure, but we'll review the titanium and ceramic one in separate videos. At only 10.7 millimeters thin, this is one of the sexiest looking wearables I've ever seen and is especially gorgeous when you compare it to the older boxier design of the newly reduced $199 Apple Watch Series 3. So what exactly is new for the Series 5? Truthfully, not much, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Series 4 was already a near perfect product, but the Series 4 managed to tweak slight annoyances and has made it a spectacular piece of tech. For one, like I mentioned, the new display is now always on, but in order to achieve the same 18-hour all-day battery, certain care had to be taken in power preservation so that your watch wouldn't die in a matter of hours. The Series 5 has a new display subsystem dubbed an LTPO panel that allows it to always remain on. Before, you had to flick your wrist up to check the time and made for some rather rude, albeit unintentional, altercations while on a meeting or hanging out with friends or speaking to your boss in his office. I had this nasty habit of just looking at the beauty of the Apple Watch, not even necessarily looking at the time, but just waking the device and appreciate its design, and many times people would ask, "Dude, are you in a hurry?" And I'd feel like a complete ass. Now, Apple is remedying this problem, as now I won't have to make that super obvious flick and can now just take a super quick glance while being subtle about it. The display does dim to preserve battery by dynamically reducing the refresh rate all the way down to 1 Hz, but you'll still be able to look at all pertinent information and glows up to show you everything in detail and with more vibrancy with just raising your arm. It's like practicing for that 3-pointer, man. It's all in the flick of the wrist. Again, this will provide for similar, if not the exact same battery life as the Series 4. Although, I was hoping for at least an added 6 hours, but maybe we'll see that on the Series 6, alongside the long-awaited sleep tracking capabilities that were originally rumored for the Series 5, but never came to fruition. Internally, and something that is a big bummer, is that the Series 5 uses the same processor as the Series 4. This is something I fear, as before, a spec bump was almost mandatory, but now Apple's skipping out on those performance gains on this year's Apple Watch and even on the new 10.2-inch iPad refresh. This is something we shouldn't stand for, because this will create an epidemic in which Apple releases a new model of a product but may add maybe an extra inch or two of screen size and call it a day. Imagine if your girl swapped you out for just an extra inch. Doesn't seem right now, huh? Don't get me wrong, the 64-bit dual-core S5 processor is still fast and promises to be up to 2 times faster than the S3 processor inside the Series 3. But come on, Apple, this is unacceptable. This is the same as the S4 processor. The reason they renamed it, which in a way is a bit of dirty and misleading marketing, is that the new chipset encompasses the entire system on a chip, which includes the new display controller driver for the always-on display as well as the new built-in compass. What? Compass, you said? Yeah, but it's not even worth mentioning. We all know what a compass does and is found already on our iPhones, so when Apple announced the compass as this breakthrough new feature, I literally scoffed, as much more could have been done to the Series 5 than just adding a compass. The Compass app can indicate where you are located on this place we call Earth, with levels of elevation, incline, and latitude and longitude being shown, but I think it's time we discuss a feature that may save lives and preventing us from having our time here run out. The Series 5 touts the ability to make emergency international calls in foreign countries. For example, say you visit the relatively unknown country of Djibouti. No, not that booty, I said Djibouti, in Africa. Anyway, if you're in a bind, the watch knows to call 911 or the emergency services equivalent in that respective country. It's pretty neat and undeniably could save lives if you took a hard fall or something more sinister happened to you while traveling abroad. Other than that, the Series 5 remains largely unchanged from the Series 4. However, what does make it appear like a newer, shinier watch is WatchOS 6, and all the little kinks it fixes from previous iterations of the operating system. Such improvements include menstrual cycle tracking, a noise tracker to record levels of loudness and will alert you when in situations that could damage your hearing, and finally, a calculator that can also help you split checks or calculate your service tip right from the wrist. It's small improvements like this that make for a much more refreshing experience, but of course, WatchOS is available for all models through the help and aid of iOS 13 or later, and is available for all watch models from the Series 1 up until the newest Series 5. Apart from that, I would say upgrading from a Series 4 makes little sense. Only things you will be getting new are the always-on display, which arguably isn't that big of a deal for many, and the built-in compass. Same battery life, same chipset, and same screen size. What makes better sense is upgrading from anything older than the Series 3. This way, you get a bigger, beefier display, better performance with a stronger chipset, and the electrical heart sensor found only on the Series 4 and 5, as well as the often looked over louder speaker that proves very useful while making calls straight from your watch. I know time flies while watching my reviews, I admit, but now it's time to remind you about my 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I'll be giving away a brand new aluminum Apple Watch Series 5 GPS model in your choice of 44mm or 40mm. All you have to do to enter is simple. 1. Subscribe to TheJuan&Only with bells so that you don't miss any of my videos or live streams. 2. Drop a hard like on this video, especially if it helped you in any way in deciding to purchase this model or not. 3. Head over to my official iPhone 11 Pro Max review. I'll attach a clickable card at the top right corner and drop a comment letting me know who your favorite musical artist, band, or group is of all time and why. And do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram so you'll always be in the loop on channel updates and polls. The giveaway winner will be announced via a YouTube live stream on Sunday, October 20th, so stay tuned. That's been my official review, guys. This is a minor upgrade from the 4. More like an S upgrade, but will make an excellent upgrade if you come from a Series 3 or older. Stay tuned for future watch band reviews and also unboxings of the titanium and ceramic model Apple Watches. I can't wait to see you all soon. Peace out.